Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, let's talk middleweights. We know your boy, Gennady Golovkin, legend. Well, I think we can go for that. He's going to be a Hall of Fame fighter. Gennady Golovkin been out the ring for a little bit, trying to get this new deal figured out because HBO, had to close shop. We know why. Had to close shop. So he's trying to figure out what's going on. Now, Gennady Golovkin used to be very active. But, with this Canelo Alvarez thing, trying to fight Canelo Alvarez, it is, it detracted him, right? Or distracted him. He stopped being so active. And he was worrying about when he could fight Canelo, start fighting Vanisma, the Rosens of the world, and stuff like that. When you're being the best middleweight in the 25 years, and people think people are afraid of him, and all of these things, these superlatives that GGG was getting, you will be judged as such, right? That's the problem there. Now, what I'm about to say is, he has a new opponent for his new DAZN. He's got a DAZN deal, and we're trying to see who he's going to fight before trying to get the trilogy with Canelo Alvarez. Now, the obvious one should be, hey, who has a title? Boom! There is Demetrius Andrade, right there. Right? Right there. WBO, he has the title. You won't fight your mandatory, who were mandated by the WBC. You fight Charlo, the winner of that gets Canelo. That was not, you didn't want to do that. Now we're hearing a guy called Camille Cerameta. I'm not going to act like I know him. Dude's 19-0, but here's where I'm telling you, this is a guy and a guy. Be careful who they're going to fight. He's number 2 in the WBC, behind Charlo and GGG, right? So they want to go behind the mandated fight. We don't want to do the mandated fight. We're going to fight the guy that's ranked number 2 behind us both. Now he's 19-0, but the key is he has 4 KOs. Remember I told you, GGG ain't fighting nobody that he's not going to be able to walk down. Or he doesn't feel as though he's going to be able to walk down. Therefore, Charlo's out the question. Could fight Demetrius Andrade, you walk him down till you start getting clipped a little bit. But no one that he's not walking down. That's my opinion. It's been my opinion for a while. Right? He thought he was going to be walking down Canelo, but he could fight Canelo because it's a big fight no matter what. You're not trying to risk that. Now, that's why I thought that the negotiation with DAZN was stalled. My personal opinion. I know it's a little cynical now, but I'm just judging by what I have seen, the behavior, right, of Gennady Golovkin of late, the last year and a half or so. Even more, to be honest. But he basically wasn't trying to fight anybody. The whole Vanis Rosen thing right then, when Canelo got doped, you had 8 weeks or longer to fight anybody in the middleweight division that was formidable. Danny Jacobs would have called his fight off. Derenchenko was there, who was your mandatory for the IBF. What happens when it gets mandated? He lets his title get stripped of his title, the IBF. Loses his title, right? Why? Who does that? Just beat the dude up. Nope. That way, 8 weeks, not enough. I'm not fighting him. Not fighting no softballs with Demetrius Andrade. He made that clear. Didn't fight nobody but somebody in a smaller weight division. And that was Vanis Mantarojan, who was off 2 years and had come off a loss, or a year and a half and come off a loss, and lighter. Why? Why fight that? Around the corner, I didn't even go to it, right? Because it's like, no, I'm not going to that fight. The thing about it is this is what's been going on, and people are giving Gennady Golovkin already an excuse, saying he's not been in the ring since September. He needs to come back, fight, and then going into a big fight. You can't be that great and have that. Can't have your cake and eat it too. He's devastating. All these middleweights that are there and been there, Charlo came from a lower weight division. That's a low, smaller. You fight him. And even though you're mandated. So we're ignoring mandatories. Listen, if Gennady Golovkin fights this guy here, Cerameta, no problem. My problem would start is if he starts after that fight talking about Canelo. He should not be allowed to get to Canelo. And Canelo, listen, be real here. Look who Canelo's fighting right now. Canelo's fighting Daniel Jacobs, probably the hardest guy in the division, right? So in the meantime, Gennady Golovkin is going to have to fight somebody. Now this guy here, Zerameta, is probably decent with 4 KOs, but he's ranked lower than Charlo, and you were mandated to fight Charlo. So you're going to ignore that. So don't fight this guy. And then after that, try to get a Canelo fight before a Charlo, for example. Now, if Canelo fights Jacobs and then Charlo, and then after that, Golovkin, those negotiations with Golovkin and Canelo, those are going to be very dismal for Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin, if he wants a leg to stand on, when you go talk back to Canelo, because you don't really have one in the first place, a leg to stand on, right? We know what time it is with Canelo. So if you're going to go in there not fighting anybody, you're going to have to beat Andrade to even be able to talk in negotiation with Canelo. Your boy Zerameta is not going to cut it. I know he think it is because of people that are already giving them excuses, but you're not going to be pay-per-viewing and making all that money, justifying all that money they're trying to pay you by fighting a Zerameta, and then think that everybody going to want you to fight Canelo. A lot of people have up until now. That's probably why he thinks that, but things are changing. Canelo is going to, if Canelo comes out here beating Daniel Jacobs without controversy, he is the man. He's the man already, but doing that will make it be like, look who I'm at least fighting. And Gennady Golovkin doesn't have those people on his resume, right? When he fought Daniel Jacobs, Gennady Golovkin barely won that fight, and then most guys didn't, and didn't readdress it, for example. Now, that's not even that good, but I can't say, you know, Canelo has done the same thing. Barely beat Lara, it really didn't, and didn't readdress it. So, boxing is a trip. Bottom line is this. Gennady Golovkin, listen, Zerameta, no. If you do fight him, it ain't going to help you to get to Canelo. So, I'm going to keep my eye on that, and I'm going to keep my eye on the fans, because here is the chance. Let me explain what's going on, and then I'm going to get up out of here. What's going on? The name Kamil Zerameta is being thrown out there right now to see the reaction of the fans. Right? What's going to happen? With most fans, if you're in comment sections and you care about boxing and all that, then you would know that the WBC #2 guy, he's behind the #1 guy, which is Gennady Golovkin. The interim guy, the interim champ, is the guy who was supposed to be fighting Canelo. And they mandated the #1 guy to fight him, which was not cool for Charlo. It's like, wait a minute, I'm already mandatory for Canelo, right? And they come and put a mean Gennady Golovkin, one of the best ever, right? All of that, and make me have to fight him, even though he just lost to Canelo. Make me have to fight him. Do you know that Jacobs didn't complain at all? At all. Like, okay, well, cool, what's up? I've been trying to fight Gennady Golovkin the whole time. That's how he reacted, right? Even though it wasn't right. That's how he reacted. He wants him. Gennady Golovkin is trying to go somewhere else. Go wherever you want to go. Fight whoever you want to fight. But these big fights, these guys, they're fighting each other now. And your behavior is being seen. A lot of people are ignoring it. Fans, this is your chance now to not go in comment sections, to not go say all this stuff like Gennady Golovkin can fight someone else, he can do this and do that. If you want to see him be the best middleweight, be an undisputed middleweight, here is the chance. Don't come in here talking none of that crap to any of these people. Make sure that you want to see the best fighting the best. That's not going to cut it, fighting Zerameta, and then go after trying to fight Canelo after that fight. If you want a warm-up fight, cool. But after that warm-up fight, you're going to have to fight that mandatory. And I think the WBC should force him. And if you don't force him, then whatever with him. But that ain't going to happen. Let's see what happens going forward. And let's watch the fans right now. Watch how they react. Because once they say, hey, it's cool, John can fight whoever he wants to, then that's what's going to happen. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm about here, y'all.